This is the new Robyhead D2, a collaboration between Panasonic and Movicom to give Panasonic's fantastic box cameras, the UB10 and UB50, an option for a PTZ head. This means productions being run on high-end Panasonic PTZs, which are pretty much industry standard for reality TV and events work in the UK anyway, now have access to two large sensor options, as the UB10 is micro four thirds and the UB50 is full frame. Everything is integrated together into Panasonic's regular PTZ protocol, so you can use the standard RP150 controller to control movement, camera settings, even zoom, focus or iris using a Tilta Nucleus M controller. And once it's all connected, you can just treat this exactly the same as a regular Panasonic PTZ during your production. It does need separate power. You can't do power over Ethernet here to power the entire thing. But after you connect that, you can just run an SDI and an Ethernet cable back to your production like normal. On the back of the Robyhead D2 is two 12G SDI outputs, one 3G SDI out, a Genlock in, and then the LAN port and power input. Then at the top of the head are the ports to connect to the camera. The Ethernet port, which can handle both the camera control and power over Ethernet to power the camera here. There's also a 12-pin power output as well for bigger lenses. There's Genlock out to pass that through to the camera, and the video inputs, one 3G SDI and one HDMI. So the best way to do this for 4K workflows is to take HDMI out of the camera, and then the head converts this to 12G SDI to power both of the ports at the bottom. Then at the front is the port to connect the Tilta Nucleus M motors. You can daisy chain up to 3 of these to give you control over the zoom, focus and iris when needed on pretty much any lens. From photography ones like this fairly simple little Lumix 28-200 super zoom here, to higher end, faster, constant aperture photography lenses like maybe a 70-200 f2.8 or something like that, or even big PL mount lenses. On one hand, this Tilta integration is to get around some of the weaknesses of this system. The autofocus isn't fantastic on these cameras, it's regular contrast-based autofocus, and L-mount doesn't have any native power servo zoom lenses at the moment. So you can't actually control the entire thing through the camera, right now anyway. Fingers crossed that does change with future products. I would love to see a servo zoom for L-mount. But on the other hand, until we get to that point, this Tilta collaboration opens up so much potential because these give you very smooth and accurate control, even from Panasonic's own PTZ 150 controller rather than their own dedicated ones. So there is a strong argument that the end result here is better than doing it all through the camera would be. And it's definitely more flexible. The max payload on this system is 4 to 5 kilograms, so the amount of lens choice that you get within that is huge. You can adapt L-mount to pretty much any other type of lenses. So the chance that you already have access to some lenses which are gonna work well here is pretty high. Rather than just being limited to 1 or 2 servo zoom lenses, the world is your oyster. Just put gear rings on any lenses if they don't already have them, and you can pretty much use anything out there. Then once it's all connected together, the result is very smooth. Fantastic image quality from that full frame sensor of the UB50, smooth lens control from the Tilta motors, smooth pan and tilt from the direct drive motors inside the Robyhead D2, and seamless integration with the rest of Panasonic's PTZs in production. So if you have any questions on the Robyhead D2 system, let us know down in the comment section. And if you want to buy one or you want any advice on how you can fit it into your work and your production, please do get in touch with the team here at ProAV, who'd be happy to help. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.